This is FYI News 13, brought to you by SSPTV and the Hazleton Standard Speaker.
For your information, a representative from King's College and Luzerne County Community College are here to tell us about their partnership and what it means for the area. Happy Friday and welcome to the latest FYI on SSPTV. I'm Ken Cara. One VFW post in our area is looking to rebuild its organization. The Veterans of Foreign Wars Post 8253 in West Hazleton has reopened its building on weekends and continues to support local veterans and the community.
The new mission is going to be to try and assist the community in community affairs and also, of course, assist veterans. And to do that, you need to raise money. We've put the money together to work on the post. We got it pretty much reopened. We have a full board of officers. We've been meeting regularly, though, for the last couple of years anyway. But it's always good. I mean, our mission is really veterans orientated, and that's what we want it to be, veteran and community orientated.
We stopped by the West Hazleton Community Center yesterday as veterans and members of the Ladies Auxiliary were setting up for a tricky tray auction to benefit the post building on Winters Avenue.
Anyone that's been in the military understands you always have to have a headquarters, and in this case, I guess our VFW post is like a headquarters. And to support veterans, you need, like I said, to raise money, and everything really centers around the VFW post itself. Unfortunately, we're not a big organization. We have a small building, and Mayor Schmidt of West Hazleton has always been helpful to us and allows us to use him and the Borough Council allow us to use the Borough building here for a lot of functions that we have. And they've helped us in the past, too, with that while our building was being worked on.
The Tricky Tray auction will feature theme baskets, raffles of 50/50, and plenty of homemade food and goodies, all made by the Ladies Auxiliary. Chaplain Madeline Bradford has several veterans in her family.
Well, I am passionate about all the veterans and the people that are serving today in any kind of service, whether it be police or fire departments or anything. I don't think they get enough credit and not enough help.
The event begins with a ticket pre-sale tomorrow from noon until 5 p.m. at the West Hazleton Community Center, and then on Sunday from 11 a.m. until 2 p.m. with the actual drawing taking place at 2 p.m. Everyone is invited. The Can Do Student Action Committee held its 10th annual Operation Can Do. Last night, students delivered thousands of collected items to American Legion Post 473 in Freeland, who will in turn send care packages to troops with local ties to our area. Those with loved ones serving abroad can still submit names and contact information to Can Do, care of Nancy Stashko at 1 South Church Street, 200 Renaissance Center, Hazleton, PA 18201, or you can call 570-455-1508, or you can send an email to that email on your screen. A special agreement was recently signed between two colleges in our area. Lisa Sugart has the details.
A rather unique opportunity has been developed between two colleges in our area, King's College in Wilkes-Barre and Luzerne County Community College, with its main campus in Nanticoke. And here to tell us about this dual admissions program is Corey Eunice, who is Vice President of Enrollment Management for King's, and Rosanna Reyes, who is Dean of Enrollment and Student Development at Luzerne. I'm going to start with you, Rosanna. How did this dual admissions program develop?
Good morning. We were very focused on looking at the completion of our students and wanting to create a smooth transition for many who were attempting to earn a bachelor's degree. And so we looked at our top transfer schools, and we found that King is one of our students' top choices for transferring. We reached out and we put together our efforts to create a smooth pathway for our students and making sure that they not only earn their associate's degree, but they can take those credits to a four-year institution of their choice, such as King's, and be able to graduate with their bachelor's degree.
Wow, that's a really great idea. And Corey, I guess the big announcement was made last week. So tell us what the news was that you wanted to relay to all of the future students.
Sure. So last week on our campus, we had the presidents of LCC and King's sign this dual admissions agreement. It was a great opportunity for us to really share with the community what this option would be for students. So students in high school, when they matriculate to LCC, they can then choose to enter into a dual admissions agreement And at the end of their 2 years, they can seamlessly transition into King's College. We'll accept all of those credits, and then within 2 years, they'll get their BA or BS. And during that presentation, we had the opportunity for two students, one a student who is at King's, who started off at LCC, to talk about the wonderful agreements between the two schools, and then a student that was at King's who's now at LCC, talking about those experiences. For us, the opportunity to partner with a school where we have such a high level of respect and mutual appreciation was really important for us. So we average about 40 students a year from LCCC that will come to King's each year. So it's a great agreement for both schools and for students.
I think that number will be going up drastically because of this agreement. What is the process now? If someone out there is interested in taking part in this, what do they do?
Well, for our students who are already attending Luzerne County, it's very easy. They can just go right on our main page, and we have an online application for both of these institutions and for part of this agreement. And once they submit that, it takes literally about 5 minutes. They automatically will be contacted by King's College, and we will also be advising that student and be notified to guide them in that path for them to transfer at the completion of their associate's degree to King's. They also have the wonderful opportunity to take classes while they're still with us at King's and be able to experience what it's like to be a King's student while they're also finishing up their degree with us.
And you told me there's some wonderful financial incentives as well.
Absolutely. King's have been very gracious to our students, and in order for them to, and because of our students making the decision to go to King's so early, they're actually awarding a minimum, because there's potential for more, than a $10,000 scholarship for every year that they're enrolled at King's. And depending on their GPA, and I think Corey can elaborate further on that, there are even further opportunities for our students.
Okay. So you would like to take that a little bit further?
Sure, absolutely. So a minimum, these students will receive $10,000 worth of merit-based money. But if the higher their GPA goes at LCCC, they have the opportunity of even increasing that merit-based scholarship up to about $14,000. And those students would still be eligible for any need-based financial aid and grant assistance from the college as well. So one of the things that both our schools really take to heart is affordability, and we will work with families, both schools, to make sure that we can make the financial fit for each student and their families.
All right, so for people looking for more information, they'll find it on both of your websites. Is that correct, that they can get the information there?
Absolutely. LCCC has their application for this program right on their site, and they host it as they kind of would start there, and then they'll then send those students right to us. But both schools have the announcement and information on our websites.
Well, very good. And I would think that this is going to do quite well. So if anyone has any more needs any more information on this, please get in contact with both of these highly respected schools in our area. And we wish you best of luck. Has the reaction been very good thus far?
Absolutely. We just made the announcement, but already we have many applicants who are interested in moving on to King's the moment they complete their associates. So we're excited about it.
All right. Well, go to the website for Luzerne County Community College, and you will find all the information there. And I wish you both the best of luck, and come back and talk to us often.
Thank you so much for having us.
Thank you.
As always, thank you, Lisa, for that information. If you've always wondered if that family heirloom was a real antique, here's your chance to find out. The Cunningham Valley Historical Society will host an antique appraisal tomorrow.
On Saturday, we are having an antique appraisal at the Cunningham United Methodist Church, which is at 411 Main Street, Cunningham. And people can bring their antique items that they may have and would like to know a price, what they are worth. We are going to have Mr. Dominic DeSpirito here, and he will be able to give them an idea of what the value of their item.
No appointment is needed. Simply bring your items to the Cunningham United Methodist Church tomorrow from 10 a.m. until 2 p.m. The cost is $5 for one item or $10 for three. Lunch will also be available. And now here's what our media partner, the Standard Speaker, is working on for Saturday's edition. Freeland Council is pondering a tax increase for 2015. Read all about it in Saturday's Standard Speaker. Coming up on FYI, we'll preview this weekend's Penn State football game against Indiana and give you the Football Friday schedule. And up next, we talk Hazleton history. FYI, we'll be right back.
This is FYI News 13, brought to you by SSPTV and the Hazleton Standard Speaker.
And we're back here at Sand Springs in Drums, Pennsylvania. We're back with Stacy, and we're outside because we have been talking about the newest expansion phase here at Sand Springs, which includes a new bar and a different type of setting for weddings, right?
Absolutely. This is called Gardens at Sand Springs. We're really transforming this space into an outdoor cocktail hour area for brides and grooms. This is our brand new bar area with the stone face and granite top, nice and big so multiple bartenders can be out here to help get drinks for the guests. We just did the cobblestone pathway here with the stamped concrete, and we're so excited to use this space because it's so nice to have something outside and then move your guests inside for the actual reception.
Now, you're also building a fire pit location, which is right behind us.
Correct. I'm so excited to have that out here. We will have a fire pit over here, and underneath the actual pavilion, we're going to have different heaters, so no matter what the time of year is, your guests can be comfortable being outside. In the summer, there's also ceiling fans underneath the pavilion, so there could be a breeze even if it's not a breezy day.
Okay. Again, the expansion includes not only the fire pit area and the bar area, but talk about what you're doing underneath the old pavilion.
Underneath the pavilion, we're transforming this area into a ceremony setting and a cocktail setting. So you can have an outdoor cocktail hour. We'll have different tall pub tables out there. We'll put round tables so older guests or guests that want to be seated have a seat. And then outside of the pavilion is going to be the garden setting. We'll have the picnic benches, some rose bushes, different landscaping out there to really make it the peaceful, tranquil setting of a garden.
Again, you want to book this now because I'm sure with this being the newest hot spot in the area that it's going to go quickly. So we're booking now for the end of 2015, I guess, right?
2015, 2016, even going into 2017.
Or you could come on down and scope out the area here with Stacy. We're at Sand Springs every Friday. Thanks for having us again. Next week, more progression here at Sand Springs in Drums, Pennsylvania.
Time now for FYI News 13 weather.
This weather shot was taken just before I saw my first snowfall of the year in downtown Hazleton. I didn't get a chance to post it on Facebook like so many others, so here's me telling you that I saw it. And if you missed your chance and you missed the snow, let's see when you'll get your next chance. Here's a look at our local weather forecast from the National Weather Service. Tonight will be partly cloudy with a low around 27 degrees, so you won't see it tonight. Saturday on the extended forecast, increasing clouds with a high near 42. Saturday night, 20% chance of rain and snow showers. After 11 p.m., the low will be 33. Sunday looks mostly sunny with a high near 46. At night, the low will be 35. Monday, we might reach 50 degrees. And then on Monday night, it's back down, though, to cold temperatures on Veterans Day. 30% chance of showers, high of 53. And then on Tuesday night, 30% chance of rain and snow showers. The low will be 36 degrees.
A special museum reception is being held at the Pines in downtown Hazleton, a big event, a new event. And here to tell us all about it is Ann Vinatieri, who is a board member with the Greater Hazleton Historical Society. So something different for the area.
Right, we're hoping to kind of have a fun night of culture and reminiscence. We're going to be showing some rare vintage footage of Hazel Park and downtown parades. We're going to have live music, classic Naughty Pines pork and beef barbecue, and a lot of other things going on, special displays, yearbooks, you name it. We're going to kind of have it all there as a night to remember. You can RSVP. If you'd RSVP soon, we're filling up very quickly. We had great response. By the 10th, that would be great. And admission is $25 per person. That covers the food, beverages, and all the other entertainment and everything going on that evening. There will be private guarded parking in the lot behind the Pines, and it should be just a really relaxed, fun evening for the community. So.
All right, so this is Sunday, November 16th. What time is it taking place?
It begins at 5. We're going to conclude somewhere around 8:30, and they can RSVP at hazeltonmuseum@gmail.com, or you can call our museum and leave a message at 570-454-8576.
And is this for all ages?
Yes, it's open to anyone in the community who's interested in coming. I would say it's geared more towards adults, 18 and older. But I suppose if you really want to show your child some of the history of the area, it might be a fun event to bring them to. So.
And this is to get the word out about downtown, but also to shine the spotlight on the Greater Hazelton Historical Society.
Absolutely. You know, there's so many wonderful things going on downtown right now. And, you know, we've had issues, negative press both ways with some of the challenges in the community, but we're kind of trying to show that, you know, we are in the culture, the local community. We love our history here. We want to preserve it, raise funds so that we can reach out even more to the community, be more of a service to them. Pines is a wonderful location, a historic Markle building. So what better place to have an event like that?
Alrighty, it's on November 16th, starting at 5 o'clock, so RSVP before the 10th.
If I win the Pennsylvania Lottery, Pines Barbecue for everyone. Here's your midday winning lottery numbers. The Daily 149, the Big Four 4673, Quinto 91442, Treasure Hunt 2, 13, 16, 22, and 28. I didn't play, so I'm sorry, no barbecue this time around. When we come right back, we'll talk football on FYI.
This is FYI News 13 Sports.
Let the Football Fridays keep rolling. We still have 3 local teams playing as the district playoffs kick off tonight. We'll get to our local schedule after some bonus Dave Day footage. This is like the FYI bonus features. The sports editor of the Standard Speaker, Dave Seaman, gets us all ready for Penn State's matchup tomorrow against Indiana. The Nittany Lions lose their 4th straight to Maryland, and Dave, the defense has been lights out and absolutely no disrespect from them. They've kept the Nittany Lions in games, but I pointed this out to you off camera. The past against Ohio State and against Maryland, they had a chance to close out the game and win it for the Nittany Lions and just didn't get the job done. And the offense underperforming, but put them in that position.
Yeah, it is like kind of an offensive, defensive, you know, you're a battle. You hope there's no like friction between both sides of the field. The defense has played super lights out, but like you said, when they had chances to close out games against Michigan, against Ohio State, and against Maryland, those teams were able to come back against the Nittany Lions.
How big are the next few games for Penn State? I feel if they just get one to go their way, that might be, you know, good enough, and then you have that tough game against Michigan State, but they can win these next 3.
Yeah, Indiana's going to be a tough game. Indiana, despite their record, beat the Lions up pretty good last year. Of course, they had Nate Sudfeld was their quarterback. He's been hurt this year, won't be playing. They have a tremendous running back in Coleman, who's one of the best running backs in the Big Ten. And Lions have their strength this year has been run defense, so they have to show again that they can handle the run, put a little bit of offense together, and get, like you said, a confidence build. Back in 2004, when they were struggling, they got a goal line stand and a big win in Indiana. Maybe that's what they'll get this time, a signature win to get them started.
The Standard Speaker will have more on that game and these games this weekend. North Schuylkill and Palmerton, they will play tonight in Spartan Country in the District 11 AA playoffs. North Schuylkill, the #1 seed there in the Single A playoffs. Marion and Williams Valley play at Men of Marion Stadium tonight. Monoy area, they will travel to Pius X on Saturday for a 1:30 game in the afternoon. Also on Saturday, the Marion Phillies play in the girls volleyball Single A state playoffs. It's the quarterfinals. They'll be up against Sacred Heart at Muhlenberg High School in Reading. Shenandoah Valley, they ended their season with a big capital W. Sam Matter recaps all the action of their thrilling 17-14 win over Kutztown and Friday Standard Speaker. And finally, the Penn State Hazelton men keep pace with the women's basketball team. Both are 2-0 on the year. Jacob Solano had another big game with 28 points for the local Lions. If you missed anything in the local sports world this past week, don't worry, Ron Marchetti didn't. Here he is with Short Shots.
Exactly 50 years ago tomorrow, the American League approved the transfer of the Philadelphia Athletics to Kansas City. Hi, everybody. On this November 7th, that's right, the Philadelphia A's had fallen on hard times in the early 50s, drawing only 304,666 fans in 1954. So they moved out of Connie Mack Stadium in Philly to Municipal Stadium in Kansas City. But that really didn't work either. It didn't work out either. Starting in 1955 through 1967, after 13 consecutive losing seasons, attendance problems again surfaced, and the Athletics moved to Oakland following the 1967 season. But hold on, this is not Trivia Treats. Welcome to Short Shots and a quick recap. Hazelton lost its last game of the season to Berwick, 56-6. Zach Zukowski finished tonight with 110 yards and a touchdown. The season with 1,078 yards, and its career with 2,796 yards and 26 rushing touchdowns. The Cougars finished at 1-9 and were victims of the mercy rule in 6 of their 10 games. The Marion Catholic Colts roasted the Raiders of Tamaqua 27-8. KJ Schnurr ran for 160 yards and 1 touch. Angelo Mascornick, Aaron DeAngelo, and Nick Scully also scored. The Colts were 7-3 and still going. Other scores of local interest: Crestwood powdered Pottsville 50-20. North Schuylkill pulverized Panther Valley 59-0. Lehighton trumped Jim Thorpe 41-6. Wyoming Valley West wrinkled Williamsport 35-25. And the biggest rout in the state out west, Waynesboro blitzed Big Spring 71-0 under Mr. Mercy. What else? The Chicago Cubs hired manager Joe Madden for the next 5 years for $25 million. Mother of God, a marriage made from heaven and a perfect fit for Hazelton Plummer's son. Congrats and good luck, Joe. He will wear number 70. Marion freshman Tina Capro earned a state medal in the PIAA Cross Country Championships held in Hershey, finishing 16th. Penn State lost its 4th straight game, this one to Maryland, only the Terrapins' second win ever over Penn State in 38 tries. The other time was in 1961, 53 years ago, and Notre Dame really struggled to get past Navy. Mississippi State and Florida State are still 1 and 2 in the AP poll, which brings me to tomorrow. Many exciting matchups, but the question around here is, will Penn State win in Indiana and Notre Dame lose in Arizona? I think so. But really, the only thing I do know for sure, and you could etch this in stone, the Washington Redskins will not lose this weekend. Of course, they're off, and so am I until Monday. See you then. Be a good sport. Make it a good one. Stay loose.
Be happy, it's Friday, and go to Bottlenecks for half-price happy hour starting at 6 p.m. They have live music and half-price appetizers.
Good evening, everyone, and here's tonight's Talk of the Town report. First tonight, the Hazelton Art League will be holding an affordable art exhibit and sale from November 14th through December 21st. Original art and crafts will be priced under $100. Opening reception is November 14th from 6 to 8 p.m. More information, please call 570-817-1075. And finally, a night at the races will be held at the Walk-In Art Center in Schuylkill Haven, November 8th, with doors opening at 6. All proceeds benefit the Schuylkill Haven Island Park fundraising. More info, call 570-385-2841. That's tonight's Talk of the Town. News 13 would like to send sincere condolences to the family and friends of these recently departed. Gerald J. Sacco of drums. Services were held in the Good Shepherd Church and under the direction of the Joseph B. Conahan Funeral Home. Louis M. Farnell of Hazelton. Mass is Saturday at 10 a.m. in the Holy Rosary Church. The Fierro Funeral Home is in charge of arrangements. Joseph Malchitsky, formerly of Freeland. Memorial is Saturday at 11 a.m. at the Church of Mary's Delphi. No public viewing will be held. Arrangements are by the Mann Sloanacker Funeral Home. Ernest Sando, formerly of Hazelton. Services will be private and under the direction of the Parcel Funeral Home. Ellen L. Wetteroo. Arrangements will be announced by the Joseph B. Conahan Funeral Home. Julius J. Resnick of Hazel Township. Arrangements will be announced by the Joseph A. Moran Funeral Home. And Gregory Duncan of Hazelton. The McHugh Wilczek Funeral Home will announce complete arrangements.
Remember the Superfans on Saturday Night Live from Chicago? You could see Ron Marchetti with them with his Cubs hat on going Dicka, Sausage, Joe Madden. That's FYI for right now. We'll see you on the weekend. Take it easy, everyone.